Dear students, we are going to discuss about components of pressure vessel in this particular lecture. Now, there are important components of pressure vessel. The first important part is pressure vessel shell. The second is end closure. The third is nozzle and openings. Next, flange joints and vessel supports. So this is the pictorial view when the pressure vessel shell is subjected to internal pressure. So you can see from the figure, let Pi is going to be the value of internal pressure, which is, you can see its distribution at the inner surface. You can see there are certain dimensions like inner diameter di, thickness of the shell t, length of the shell l. Also the circumferential or tangential or hoop stress, it is also shown in the distribution and it is denoted by sigma t. Now pressure vessel shell subjected to internal pressure. The cylindrical pressure vessel shell, if it is a case of thin vessel, they are basically subjected to the tangential and radial stresses. So let us consider sigma t is equal to pi t upon 2t, where mean diameter d is equal to di plus t. Now if we are going to consider the joint efficiency, let us consider the efficiency of joint. Efficiency into sigma t is equal to pi into bracket, let us put the value of d, that is di plus t upon 2t. So we'll have the equation thickness of shell is equal to pi di upon 2 sigma allowable into efficiency of longitudinal joints minus internal pressure pi plus c. So you can see you have to remember this formula. Ts is equal to pi di upon 2 sigma allowable into efficiency of longitudinal joints minus internal pressure plus C. Now spherical pressure vessel shell. Now for spherical pressure vessel shell, there is a slight change in the formula, that is thickness of shell is equal to pi di upon 4 into sigma allowable into efficiency of joints minus internal pressure pi plus c. So you can see instead of 2 sigma allowable here, 4 sigma allowable is going to be considered, and instead of efficiency of longitudinal joint, instead of circumferential joint is going to be considered. So these are the important formulas or basic formulas that we will require while designing of a pressure vessel when it is subjected to the internal pressure. Now the next part, cylinder vessel subjected to the combined loading. Now in addition to the internal pressure, there are certain load, that is weight of the vessel and its content, the wind load, the load due to offset, and the load due to piping. When thickness of shell is estimated, the resultant stress in the cylindrical vessel due to combined loading, you have to calculate its value. So stresses due to combined loading are sigma T, sigma L. Now sigma L is because of internal pressure. Sigma longitudinal is also because of weight of vessel and its content in vertical pressure vessel. Also there will be existence of the bending stress due to total weight of vessel and its content. So in case of horizontal pressure vessel, total weight of vessel and its content has to be considered, or at the same time you can consider the wind load or seismic load consideration in case of vertical pressure vessel. So you can see sigma L is going to be considered based on internal pressure, and sigma L is also considered based on the weight of vessel and the stresses, either bending stresses or wind or seismic load for the horizontal and vertical pressure vessels respectively. Now there is another type of stress that exists, that is called as a torsional shear stress due to offset piping, and we are going to call it as tau, and the resultant stress that is called as a sigma r. So here there are the values for the cylindrical vessel subjected to combined loading. So stresses in circumferential direction, sigma t is equal to, positive sign indicates the tensile nature of the loading, pi into bracket di plus t upon 2t. Stresses in the longitudinal direction, sigma L, because of internal pressure, sigma L1 is equal to pi di upon 40, that is tensile nature. due to weight of vessel and its content, sigma L2 plus minus. So either there may be a tensile or compressive nature of the sigma L2, that is W upon pi into bracket di plus t into t. So where W is going to be the weight of vessel and its content. So here you can see the cylindrical vessel subjected to the combined loading. So above the horizontal stress line there is a compressive stress zone, and below the horizontal line there is a tensile stress zone. So these are the stresses in longitudinal direction due to weight in vertical pressure vessel.